Most guys think they have a communication problem because they don't know what to say. Nah, the real issue is how you say it, and more importantly, how you carry yourself when you say it. You can have the perfect words and still come across like a pushover, and you can say almost nothing and command a whole room. Today I'm breaking down the exact communication shifts that separate guys who get respected in relationships, with their boys, at work, everywhere, from guys who keep getting talked over, dismissed, or friend-zoned. Let's get into it. Skill 1. Stop over-explaining yourself. Bro, this one is huge. Every time you over-explain a decision, justify it, walk it back, add 5 disclaimers, you're basically telling whoever's listening that you don't trust your own judgment. And if you don't trust yourself, why would they? Psychologists call this approval-seeking behavior. It signals low status without you even realizing it. Before, I can't hang tonight. I mean, I could, but I've got this thing, and I'm kind of tired, and I know it's last minute, so I'm sorry. After. Can't make it tonight. Next time, though. That's it. Clean. No apology, no trial. People respect a man who makes a call and stands on it.
Skill 2. Learn to pause before you respond. Tell me if this is you. Someone says something that catches you off guard, and you immediately start talking, filling the silence, stumbling over your words, trying to think and speak at the same time. That habit is costing you more than you know. The pause is actually a power move. When you take 2 seconds before responding, you signal that you think before you speak, that you're not rattled, that your words mean something. Research in communication studies backs this up. People who speak with intentional pauses are consistently rated as more confident and credible. Before, I guess that makes sense. I don't know, maybe? After. I hear you. I don't agree, but I hear you. Same situation, completely different energy. Practice the pause. Skill 3. Stop asking permission to have opinions. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but this might be a dumb idea, but I could be wrong, but... My guy, you're undermining yourself before you even get to the point. You're handing people a reason to dismiss you before they've heard you. This is called a verbal hedge, and while it sounds humble, it actually communicates that you don't believe what you're about to say, which means they won't either. Before, this is just my opinion, but maybe we should take a different approach? I don't know. After, I think we need a different approach. Here's why. State your take. Own it. If you're wrong, but at least you showed up.
Skill 4. Match your body language to your words. You could say all the right things and still lose the whole conversation. Because if your eye contact is weak, your voice is trailing off, and you're nodding along to everything like a bobblehead, your body is canceling your words in real time. Communication is 55% body language, 38% tone, and only 7% the actual words. That's not motivational poster stuff. That's Albert Mehrabian's research from UCLA. The how is almost always louder than the what. Before, the guy says, "I'm not okay with that," but looks at the floor, shrugs, keeps a nervous smile on his face. After, guy says, "I'm not okay with that." Eye contact steady, voice level, no smile, no movement. Lets the words land. Same sentence. One version gets respected. One gets ignored. Your body has to agree with your mouth. Skill 5. Ask better questions instead of making noise. A lot of guys talk to fill space. They mistake volume for value. Here's the truth. The guy who asks the right question at the right moment is always the most interesting person in the room, whether that's on a date, in a meeting, or just with the boys. Good questions show you're actually listening. They make people feel seen, and they put you in control of the direction of a conversation without being aggressive about it. This is called active listening,
and it builds more connection and respect than any story you could tell about yourself for 20 minutes straight. Before, guy on a date just talks about himself for 20 minutes straight, asks, "So, yeah, what about you?" at the end. After, guy hears her mention she recently changed careers, leans in. "Wait, what finally made you pull the trigger on that?" Now she's engaged, he's interested, and the conversation has depth. Stop performing. Start connecting.
Skill 6. Learn to disagree without apologizing for it. This one separates boys from grown men. Real talk. A lot of guys either go full passive, they just nod and agree with everything to avoid conflict, or they go the other way and get defensive and aggressive when challenged. Both are communication fails. The skill is being able to say, "I see it differently," without drama, without shutting down, and without backing down just because someone pushed back. Psychologists call this assertive communication. It sits right in the middle of passive and aggressive, and it's where confident people live. Before, a friend says something you know is wrong, and you just go, "Yeah, true," because you don't want the awkwardness. After, "Nah, I actually think you've got that backwards. Hear me out." Then you say your piece, calmly, no heat, no ego. Disagreement done right earns respect. Agreement you don't mean earns nothing. Skill 7. Control your tone under pressure. The real communication test isn't when things are easy. It's when someone's pressing you, disrespecting you, trying to get a reaction. The guy who stays calm when things heat up, that's the guy people don't want to mess with. Not because he's scary, but because he's controlled. And control is rare. When you raise your voice, get defensive, or shut down under pressure, you signal that external situations run you. When you keep your tone steady, you signal that you run yourself. This is emotional regulation, one of the highest value social skills you can develop, and it takes reps. Before, girlfriend says something in a sharp tone, you snap back. Now you're both heated over nothing. After, she comes in sharp, you take a breath, drop your voice one level lower than hers. "Hey, let's slow down. What's actually going on?" You just de-escalated the whole thing. That's not weakness. That's leadership.
If any of these hit close to home, drop a comment. Which one are you working on right now? Because every single one of these is a skill, not a personality trait. You can get better at all of them. If you found this useful, hit like and subscribe. I drop videos every week on the stuff they never taught us about being a man, dealing with people, and leveling up for real. And next week, we're going into something a lot of guys avoid: how to handle conflict in a relationship without either shutting down or blowing up. That one's going to hit different. Stay locked in.